Welcome guys to this another video. In today's video we want to pick up from where we left off in our last video. So in this video we want to complete from question 21 through to 40 guys, so stick with me until the end. Before we get into this one, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, give this video some likes, as these are all free ways to support the Chris Maths Academy. Now let's get right into it. Alright, so we're looking at question 21. What time is 23:30 the same as? Alright, now 23:30 is just 30 minutes to 2400 hours, which is 12 midnight. Alright, so 30 minutes before 12 midnight would actually be 11:30 p.m. Alright, which is option D right here. So here we have question 22. This pizzagram shows the number of pizzas each person ate last month. Alright, now they say each pizza represents one pizza. Alright, so each of these pizza diagrams represents one pizza. How many pizzas did Chris and Jody eat in total? Alright, fair enough. So here we have Jody and here we have Chris. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pizzas. Alright, which is option A. So here we're at with question 23. A student wants to use this symbol in his pictogram to record the amount people spend on entertainment. Alright, so this is a dollar sign right here, which represents $10. How many dollar sign symbols should he use to represent $40? Alright, so if each dollar sign represents $10, then $4 sign will be equivalent to $40, which means our answer here would be option A. Now we're moving on to question 24. Alright, so the table shows the medals that 3 countries won at the World Championship. Alright, how many gold medals did Kenya win? Alright, so this is the gold tally. This is the gold medal column. Alright, and here we're looking for Kenya. So this right here actually gives us the amount of gold medal that Kenya would have won, which is 5 gold medal. Alright, which is option B right there. Question 25. A cafe owner records the sale of puddings. The bar chart shows the result. Alright, so this bar chart is showing the result of the sale of puddings. Alright, now how many more people bought chocolate cake than bought banana bread? Alright, chocolate cake, here we are at. Let's see how many persons bought chocolate cake. 7. Alright, how many people actually bought banana bread? Let's see, here we have banana bread, which is 4. Alright, and the question was what? How many more, very important, how many more people bought chocolate cake than bought banana bread? So all we need to do is to find the difference between these two numbers. 4 from 7 is of course 3. So therefore our answer here would actually be 3. So 3 more persons bought chocolate cake than banana bread. Alright, so answer here is option C, which is 3. Alright, now we're moving on to question 26. So here we're at. So here is a part complete growth chart. Alright, so they're asking us what is missing, guys. What is missing from this? They say a title. No, the title is here. Growth chart for baby M. Alright, option B, a scale on the vertical axis. We have a scale on the vertical axis here. Alright, so that's not missing, so these are okay. Alright, a label on the horizontal axis. Alright, we have no labeling here, guys. Notice we have a labeling here. So the scale here showing the weight. Here we have no labeling. Alright, so that's what is missing, so which is option C right here. Alright, and remember this is vertical, this is horizontal, so the horizontal labeling would have been here. Alright, and that is missing, so therefore our answer would be option C, a label on the horizontal axis. Alright, a label on the vertical axis, we have that right here. Alright, so now we're moving on to question 27. A customer pays in $50 cash to her account at the bank. On her bank statement, this will be a, of course guys, this will read as a credit. Alright, so the moment you put in money into your account, that will read as a credit. All right, it wouldn't be a withdrawal, wouldn't be a standing order, and definitely it would not be a direct debit. All right, so therefore option A right here would have been our answer. Now we're looking at question 28, guys. A florist measures the perimeter of a small box. The diagram shows the measurement. All right, so here we're seeing the use a rule, a meter rule, to measure the perimeter. And here, what is the measurement? Here we're seeing the measurement to be 14. But the thing here, guys, we have all 14 here. But what we want to decipher or determine is which of these units is most appropriate for measuring perimeter. All right, and that would be centimeters. So this would be option C, because it wouldn't be grams, because gram is not talking about the length of something, which is what perimeter is all about. All right, the length, measuring the length of the outline of a shape, that's what perimeter really is, or the distance around a shape, as some persons like to put it. No, we're not talking about weight when we're talking about perimeter. Definitely not talking about milliliter. This is talking about liquid volume. So milliliter refers to volume and not perimeter. Gram here refer to weight and not perimeter. And pound again refer to weight and not perimeter. All right, so once we're talking about perimeter, we're talking about length and distance. All right, so therefore our answer would have to be in centimeter or meter, or one of those measurements. All right, that speaks to length. All right, so therefore option C right here would have been our answer. All right, guys, now we're looking at question 29. What is the perimeter of this rectangular yard? All right, fair enough. So the perimeter, we can obtain the perimeter by simply adding up all the sides, the length of all the sides. All right, now what do you observe here, guys? Yes, all right, this and this side right here are missing, but they are quite easy to obtain actually. So if from here to here is 4, then we know that from here to here must also be 4 meters. If from here to here is 7 meters, then down here, length from here to here must also be 7 meters. All right, now we can add up the lengths of all the sides. So 4 plus 7 is 11, plus 4, that's 15, plus 7, that's 22. All right, so therefore the perimeter right here would actually be 22. So remember, guys, perimeter requires you to add up the length of each of the sides. That's what perimeter is all about. All right, guys, now we're looking at question 30. Which of these shapes will tessellate? All right, now what we want to know, let's say we were using these shapes to tile a floor. We want to know which among the shapes, or how many shapes among these shapes could we use to tile the floor without any gaps being left in between. All right, now if we should tile the floor with circles, all right, let's say we have a circle here. Now we tile another circle here, and then we have another circle here. All right, somewhere along the line we are going to have gaps in between. All right, the circles won't meet without any gaps being left in between. All right, so this actually means this shape is not able to tessellate. Now let us look at the triangle. All right, now let's say we have this triangle here. So we have this triangle. Now we can place another triangle on this one. All right, with no gaps being left in between. All right, we can also place another triangle here with no gaps being left in between, so we can tile with the triangle. So this meets the criteria. And of course the square is probably the easiest one, because that's pretty much what persons normally use to tile. Very easy to tile with squares. All right, so this also meets the criteria. Now with the hexagon, we can also tessellate with the hexagon as well. All right, because we can add another hexagon here. All right, can add another hexagon here, and don't leave any space in between. All right, and continue like that. Notice how we can continue. Even here can continue. All right, can continue without any space being left in between. So therefore all the shapes except for the circle will tessellate. All right, so B, C, and D. So hopefully this makes a lot of sense, guys. Now we're moving on to question 31. All right, guys, so here we're at with question 31. So what is the area of this rectangle? All right, now fair enough. Now there's two ways how we can go about finding the area here. Now this is a rectangle, and the area of a rectangle, the area can be ascertained by multiplying the length times the width. All right, length times width. So remember guys, the concept of area speaks to the amount of surface that an object or shape occupies. All right, the amount of surface. All right, now if we multiply the length times the width here, 6 times 4, of course 6 times 4 is 24, so this will come out to give us 24 centimeters squared. So option C right here would be our answer. All right, because we understand that the concept, or know that we understand that the concept of area speaks to the amount of surface being occupied by a shape, then we could also count up these squares. All right, and we could also ascertain the answer by counting up the squares. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24. All right, so that's another way how you could have ascertained the area. All right, now we're moving down to question 32. All right, which asks us what is the area of this rectangle. Pretty similar to question 31. Again, the area can be obtained by multiplying the length times the width. All right, so we just multiply the length times the width. 4 times 2 is 8, so this will come out as 8 meters squared, or 8 squared meters. All right, which is option B right here. Now we're looking at question 33. What is the area of a square room with sides of 6 meters? All right, now what do we know about a square? All right, all squares are rectangles, but not all rectangles are squared. All right, which means that we can ascertain the area of a square by using the same formula, all right, that we use to find the area of a rectangle. So length times width. Now what do we know about the square? The length and the width will have the same measurement because all the sides have the same length. All right, so if one of the sides is 6 meters here, the length is 6 meters and the width will also be 6 meters. All right, so 6 times 6 will give us 36. So our answer here would actually be 36 squared meters. All right, which is option D right here. All right guys, now we're looking at question 34. Which one of the following nets would fold to form a cuboid? All right, and option A right here would meet that criteria. So when we talk about a cuboid is basically a box. All right, now we know a box have pretty much 6 sides. All right, now let us look and examine the box. Now one of the sides we can consider to be the bottom of the box. All right, now we also have the 4 sides that would come up. Think of it as if you have some cardboard box, all right, that you pull apart. This part right here would be one of the side that will come up. All right, this side as well, this would be another side, side 3, let's call it side 3, and side 4. All right, so we have the 4 sides right there. We also need the top of the box, which would be this part right here. So this is the only net that meets that criteria, so therefore option A would actually be our answer. All right, now we're looking at question 35. What is the volume of this cuboid? All right, now the volume of a cuboid can be ascertained by multiplying the length times the width times the height. All right, quite easily. All right, now we can say the length here is 6 centimeters, so we have 6 times the width. Let's say the width is 2 centimeters times the height, which is 4 centimeters. All right, now 6 times 2 is 12, and 12 times 4, that's 48. All right, so this will come out as 48 centimeter cube because we're talking about volume. All right, so therefore our answer right here would actually be option D. All right, now we're looking at question 36. So this is the bottom layer of a box of 1-inch cubes. All right, there are 2 of these layers in the box. What is the volume of the 2 layers of cubes? All right, And again, we said the volume can be ascertained by multiplying the length times the width times the height. All right, now the length here we have what, 1 2 3 4 5 cubes going across. All right, now the width here would have what, we have 3 cubes going across, and this is what, we have 2 layers going up, so therefore the height would actually be 2. All right, so hopefully you guys are able to get that. If you don't get it, please rewind the video and continue watching. All right, so I'm going to repeat that again. So remember here guys, I said what, there are 2 of these layers in the box, meaning you have another layer on top of this. If we have another layer, then we'll have 2 cubes going up. All right, so therefore the height would actually be 2. So we have the length here, which is 5 times the width, which is 3, times the 2 layers going up, so the height is 2. So 5 times 3, that's 15. 15 times 2, that's 30. All right, so that's 30 cubic inches. All right, so therefore our answer here would be option C. All right. All right guys, now we're looking at question 37. Which one of these letters does not have a line of symmetry? All right, what do we mean by that? We want to find the letter that we're unable to cut into 2 equal half. All right, now let's check out the B right here. Notice we can cut the B into 2 equal half if we cut it horizontally like this. All right, the same thing that is at the top is at the bottom down here. We can also cut the O into 2 equal half. Same thing that is on the left is the same thing on the right. We can also cut this T into 2 equal half. Let me see if I can get it here. All right, you get the picture. So the only shape here we're unable to cut into 2 equal half would be the L. All right, because we can't cut this into 2 equal half and have the same thing on the left and the right, or at the top and the bottom. We're unable to do that, so B right here would be our answer. So the L has no line of symmetry. All right, now we're looking at question 38. A woman swims 9 lengths on the first day, 12 lengths on the second day, and 17 lengths on the third day. How many lengths did she swim in total over the 3 days? So this is quite easy actually. So all we're required to do here is to add up all the lengths. All right, so we know that what, she swam 9 lengths on the first day, 12 lengths on the second day, and 17 lengths on the third day. All right, so 7 plus 2, that's 9, plus 9, that's 18, so 8, carry the 1 here. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 1, that's 3, so that is 38 right here. So she would have swum in total 38 lengths. All right, which is option C right there. Now we're looking at question 39. What is the total of 2,739 and 464? All right, so we need to add these numbers up. All right, so 2,739 plus 464. Remember guys, we have to do this manually because City and Guilds does not allow for the use of a calculator. All right, so 4 plus 9, that's 13. Carry the 3 here. Put the 1 right there. 6 plus 3, that's 9, plus 1, that's 10. So 0, carry the 1. All right. 1 plus 7 is 8, plus 4, that's 12. 2, carry the 1 here. 2 plus 1, that's 3. So therefore our answer is actually 3,203, which is option C right here. Now we're at question 40 guys, which is the final question in this video. So a customer gives a cashier $50 to pay a bill for $37. How much change should he receive? All right, fair enough. All right, so what we want to know, after we take the $37 out of the $50, how much will remain? So we're pretty much required to do some subtraction here. All right, now can we get 7 from 0? Of course not. So we're going to borrow from the 5, leaving 4. We're going to place the 1 right here. 7 from 10 will leave us with 3. 3 from 4, that's 1. So therefore he should get $13 change, which means option B right here would be our answer. All right, So there you go, guys. We have completed the first 40 questions on the stage 1 City and Guilds math course paper. We only have 20 more questions remaining, guys, so I want you guys to stick with me through this video series. So in our next video, we will be looking at question 41 through to 60. All right, if you're still here and you haven't yet done it, please smash that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up, which is a like, as these are all free ways to support the Chris Maths Academy. All right, continue to support us as we strive to make awesome things happen. I'm looking to see you guys in our next video. Until then, blessings and peace.